A major change could be coming to All Elite Wrestling, and WWE and Triple H are open to a CM Punk return. But first, a legend has returned to New Japan Pro Wrestling. Earlier today, New Japan would host the latest show from their Battle Autumn Tour, which saw an NJPW World TV title tournament match take place between Toru Yano and Great-O-Khan. During the bout, one of the legendary Three Musketeers of the promotion would make their return, as the Great Muta would show up, spraying O-Khan with mist to help Yano score the victory, who advanced through to the quarterfinals of the tournament. Muta is of course the dark alter ego of Keiji Muto, and is currently on a retirement tour, with him set to hang up his boots in February 2023. Muto, alongside Shinya Hashimoto and Masahiro Chono, was one of the Three Musketeers of New Japan, with all three being part of the 1984 class of the New Japan Dojo, which also included Jushin Thunder Liger. They would all become significant figures in Japanese wrestling across multiple promotions. Keiji's last New Japan appearance took place on January's Wrestle Kingdom 16 Night 3 event, which featured stars from Pro Wrestling Noah, where he is currently signed. It remains to be seen if today's appearance will lead to more New Japan dates in the coming months, perhaps setting up a match with Great-O-Khan at Wrestle Kingdom 17 as the show draws closer. And next up, multiple AEW signings have been confirmed. On the October 14th episode of Rampage in Toronto, ROH faction The Kingdom would make their AEW debut, with Maria Kanellis, Mike Bennett, and Matt Taven interrupting the celebrations of FTR and Shawn Spears. At the time, Taven and Bennett were the on-screen Impact Tag Team Champions as part of the Honor No More faction, although they had already dropped their belts to Heath and Rhino during the prior tapings that were yet to air. Their deals with Impact have now officially came to an end. Upon their debut in All Elite Wrestling, they would call for a match for the ROH World Tag Titles held by Cash Wheeler and Dax Harwood, although at the time they were yet to sign a contract with AEW or Ring of Honor, but that has now changed. According to a fresh report from Fightful Select, all three debutants have now signed multi-year deals with AEW, with FTR said to have been the ones that pushed for them to get involved with the company backstage. The report adds that WWE had interest in Matt Taven before he became All Elite, and Maria and Mike had even had talks with WWE over a return, although there was no word on if any firm offers were made. Fightful would then point out an interesting stat regarding Maria, who is now one of 3 women to have appeared in AEW, ROH, WWE, Impact, and NJPW during her career, alongside Brandy Rhodes and Awesome Kong. Although Maria has said in the past that she would be open to booking ROH or even its women's division, right now she is only contracted as talent. But what do you make of AEW's latest signings? Let me know in the comments down below. And next up, NJPW have released a statement regarding a recent WWE hire. Over the past 2 weeks, there's been a lot of talk over the New Japan future of Bullet Club members Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson, who made their returns to WWE despite having committed to NJPW through to Wrestle Kingdom in January. On top of this, Anderson was set to defend his Never Openweight Championship against Hikuleo, this at the upcoming Battle Autumn show on November 5th. However, he is now booked on the WWE Crown Jewel event in Saudi Arabia, this happening on the same night. He has since released a statement noting that he will not be in Osaka for the New Japan show since he is now double booked, something management in Japan are very unhappy about. Following a recent tweet from NJPW president Takami Obari, who noted that he expects the card to go ahead as planned, the promotion have now released a statement addressing the situation directly, with it reading, "Thank you for supporting New Japan Pro Wrestling. Early morning Japan time on October 20th, Never Openweight champion Carl Anderson posted a video on social media indicating that he would not be making his advertised commitment on November 5th in Osaka. NJPW had announced Anderson's match with Hikuleo for the Never Openweight Championship on October 4th. Despite comments from Doc Gallows to the contrary in Anderson's video, the booking was made through the appropriate channels and with Anderson's expressed approval. However, after the match's announcement, both Gallows and Anderson would appear on the October 10th edition of WWE's Monday Night Raw broadcast. This led to WWE announcing a match featuring both men for their Saudi Arabia event on November 5th, in direct conflict with Anderson's prior commitment. The statement would then confirm that Anderson has yet to reply to the company's communications, and they said, NJPW has for the past several days attempted to renegotiate with Anderson, but has not been met with a response. Should Anderson decide to renege on his scheduled championship match, he will be required to vacate the Never Openweight Championship and return the title belt to NJPW immediately. New Japan Pro Wrestling holds its champions to the highest regard of professionalism and sincerely apologizes to fans for any disappointment or inconvenience caused by this matter. Anderson is yet to respond publicly to the statement, although it seems that he will indeed be stripped of the Never Openweight title as a result of a no-show, with him seemingly burning bridges with his former employer. And next, a major change is coming to All Elite Wrestling. Ever since the merger of Warner Media and Discovery, the future of All Elite Wrestling on the TNT and TBS networks has been speculated upon, although one higher up in Warner Bros. Discovery has publicly praised the resident wrestling branch of their television department. On the most recent episode of John Arezzi's Pro Wrestling Spotlight podcast this week, the topic of Warner Bros. Discovery running AEW ads during sports programming came up, this after commercials had been airing during TBS's coverage of the MLB playoffs. According to Arezzi, this is part of a new strategy to promote AEW as a sport rather than as an entertainment brand, with him noting, "They're trying to make it a sport. That's what the strategy is. The strategy is that they're pushing AEW into the sports category, not the entertainment category. They're increasing that because of the new ownership, because Warner Bros. Is now Warner Bros. Discovery. Everything I hear of what's going on, even with TNT, it's going to be turning into a more sports-centric network. So they are putting their resources behind these promo announcements to increase ratings. So whether or not they're tasteful in regard to the violence and the blood, there's a method to the madness." John would add that AEW is a business Warner wants to be involved with for the long term, with him adding, "I'm privy to a lot of insider conversations, at least on the Warner Bros. Discovery side. I have a lot of people in there in very high executive positions that I've known for many years that I worked for when I was in television here in Nashville. The same people who are now leaders of Warner Bros. Discovery on the ad sales front. They see this property, AEW, as someone they want to be in business with long term. They had a contract that was absorbed by them. When they merged, that wasn't the sweetest deal for TNT and TBS. It was kind of one-sided. So now what they're trying to do is to kind of collaborate and work together so they can work on the next long-term deal with them. I can't get into it too much, but there's a lot of faith behind the AEW product right now from the folks at Warner Bros. Discovery. It's unclear exactly what he means by a one-sided deal. However, Warner seems to be keen to make AEW a prominent part of their sports division. The question is, will this lead to a change in presentation of the All Elite Wrestling product given the network's new vision for the brand? Whilst AEW President Tony Khan was adamant that the promotion would be a sports-based product upon AEW being founded, this hasn't necessarily always been the case. Whilst we've seen ranking systems and competitive matchups, there's a lot of things that aren't always based in reality, although this could be the direction AEW commits to going forward across the board. The highlights of the show, for me at least, are when the lines are blurred between reality and fiction, and as we've seen with the recent work of MJF, for example, this approach would be more than welcome across the majority of segments. And finally, WWE and Triple H are open to a CM Punk return. Over the past few days, speculation has been rampant on the future of CM Punk, who is currently suspended from All Elite Wrestling, this following the post-All Out backstage altercation with the Elite. Right now, if reports are to be believed, Punk is currently in talks with AEW over an early buyout of his contract, with both sides seemingly happy to part ways, with the only holdup being the non-compete period that would be in place to prevent him from joining another wrestling organization for a set period of time. This has led to speculation that he has his eye on a jump back to WWE, due to them being the only other company likely able to match his wage demands. According to wrestling insider WrestleVotes, who spoke with Give Me Sport this week, WWE head of creative Triple H's stance on working with CM Punk has been very clear in the past, with them noting, "I was told, pretty straightforward, that Triple H wants nothing to do with CM Punk and even less to do with Phil Brooks. Well, that's what I was told, and that was July." Despite this, WrestleVotes would add that after asking again more recently, this stance has softened given the ongoing wrestling war between WWE and AEW, although there would be bridges that need to be rebuilt. And they would add, "I did ask over the last couple of days and it has softened a little bit from what I understand. I still think there's animosity. I think there's still a lot of pieces that need to be picked up between the two of them specifically. But Hunter learned from Vince McMahon, and Vince made amends with everybody. So to say that doors closed is ridiculous on anybody's part, especially in this war that's happening right now. I would say never say never, absolutely. The report notes that no one is reporting that WWE have held talks with CM Punk over a return, although it seems like both parties would be interested in talks were the opportunity to arise. CM Punk and WWE have a rocky past to say the least, with him unhappy with being made to work hurt before walking out after being denied time off multiple times. He would then make claims that WWE's then doctor Chris Amann misdiagnosed a staph infection, a potentially life-threatening mistake. The doctor would later sue him for libel, although Punk won the case after being able to prove that what he said wasn't untrue, although it seems the case was an attempt to simply drain Punk's bank account with legal fees. Not only this, but Punk and Triple H specifically have butted heads in the past backstage, meaning there will be a lot of stuff to fix. With that said, there's certainly money to be made, and this is the wrestling business. As a bonus note, CM Punk has posted to social media for the first time since his suspension from AEW, taking to his Instagram story to promote his wife AJ Mendez's recent movie release Blade of the 74 Ronin, which she co-wrote alongside Amy Garcia. Punk can even be spotted in the reflection of the TV, giving his fans a little wave. But what do you make of CM Punk's chance of returning to WWE given the new report? Let me know in the comments down below. And before you go, make sure you check out the truth behind CM Punk's secret wrestling returns before AEW.